stop right there. If you're setting your car's tire pressure to 30 PSI just because everyone says so, you might be slowly damaging your car without even realizing it. This is one of the most common mistakes drivers make, and it affects so much more than just your tires. It impacts your safety, your fuel efficiency, your ride comfort, braking, and even your long-term maintenance costs. For years, 30 PSI has been treated like this universal rule. Ask a gas station attendant, a friend, or even some mechanics, and you lines probably hear the same advice. Just keep it at 32. But here's the thing. Modern cars are not built on one-size-fits-all rules. Tire pressure is engineered specifically for each vehicle, and blindly following that old number can cause some serious problems. Here's the truth that most drivers never hear. 30 PSI is not a magic number. It's not correct for every car. And for a lot of modern vehicles, it's just plain wrong. Every single car manufacturer carefully calculates the ideal tire pressure for their vehicles. They base it on the car's weight, the suspension setup, the tire size, load balance, and handling characteristics. That's why the correct tire pressure is printed on a sticker, usually right inside the driver's side door frame. That little sticker is way more important than any advice from the internet or even the number you see printed on the tire itself. So let's talk about what actually happens when your tire pressure is wrong. First, let's look at underinflation. Imagine your vehicle actually requires 35 or 36 PSI, but you're running it at 32. Your tires are now flexing way more than they should. This creates a ton of excess heat inside the tire. Over time, that heat weakens the rubber, which seriously increases the risk of a blowout, especially when you're driving on the highway for a long time. Underinflated tires also wear out much faster on their outer edges, which can cut your tire's life short. Your steering becomes less responsive, your braking distances get longer, and your fuel economy drops because your engine has to work harder just to move the car forward. That's more fuel burned every single day, quietly costing you money. Now, what about overinflation? Let's say your car requires 30 PSI, but you inflate it to 32 or even higher. This actually reduces the amount of tire that's touching the road. Less rubber on the road means less grip. This becomes especially dangerous in the rain, during an emergency stop, or if you have to make a sudden turn. Overinflated tires also wear out right down the center of the tread much faster. The ride becomes harsh, every little bump feels sharper, and your suspension components get put under extra stress. So even if the tire looks perfectly fine from the outside, its performance and safety are already compromised. In both cases, this damage happens slowly. You don't notice it in a single day. But over months and years, it really adds up. Another common mistake is checking your tire pressure when the tires are hot, like right after you've been driving. The air inside the tire expands from the heat, which raises the PSI reading. If you adjust the pressure then, your tires will actually be underinflated once they cool down. That's why manufacturers always specify cold tire pressure, which means the car should be parked for at least a few hours before you check it. And what about modern technology? A lot of new cars have tire pressure monitoring systems, or TPMS, but here's the catch. TPMS usually only warns you when the pressure drops to a dangerously low level. It doesn't tell you when the pressure is just slightly incorrect day after day. So, you might have no warning light on your dash, but your tires are still wearing out improperly and your safety is reduced. There's one more dangerous myth we need to bust. The number written on the sidewall of your tire is not the recommended pressure. That is the maximum safe pressure the tire can handle. It's a limit, not a target. Filling your tires to that number can be really unsafe, and you should never do it unless your vehicle's manufacturer specifically tells you to. So, what should you actually do? It's simple. Open your driver's side door. Find the manufacturer's sticker. Set your tire pressure to exactly that number, not 32, because it sounds familiar. not what worked on your old car. And definitely not what someone just guessed at a gas station. Your car is engineered as a complete system, and the tires are a critical part of that system. Ignoring the proper tire pressure throws everything out of balance. Think about it this way. You wouldn't use the wrong engine oil. You wouldn't ignore the fuel requirements for your car. So, why would you gamble with the only four parts of your car that actually touch the road? Correct tire pressure gives you better braking, better handling, improved fuel economy, longer tire life, and most importantly, better safety for you and your passengers. So please, stop defaulting to 30 to PSI. Your car deserves better. Your tires deserve better, and your safety absolutely depends on it. This is AR Auto, where the small details make a big difference. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to follow for more tips that keep you safe on the road.